Hello friends, in today's session we will discuss about the second type of system model that is called as interaction diagram or interaction models. Okay, see, as the name itself indicates, interaction. Okay, so interaction is nothing but what, showing the relationship or finding out the relation between one or two or more than that, okay, models. Okay, so here interaction diagram, it is basically used to show the behavior, okay, to show the behavior of objects and how do they interact with one module to another module. So basically interaction diagrams, they show the behavior, okay, by using the use cases and the objects. Okay, so there are two kinds of interaction diagrams. One is sequence diagram and collaboration diagram, right? Now, when to use these interaction diagrams? So interaction diagrams are basically used when you want to show the behavior of several objects in the use case. So one thing where we use interaction diagram is to show the behavior of exchange of objects, and we use them in one kind of diagram called as use case. Okay, so they also demonstrate how the objects collaborate for the behavior. They also show the relationship between the objects during the interaction. Okay, so interaction diagrams sometimes do not give us a depth representation of behavior. So using interaction diagrams, that is sequence diagram and collaboration diagram, sometimes we are unable to identify the detailed representation of the behavior between the objects. Hence, at that time we need one more type of diagram which is called as a state diagram. Alright, so under interaction diagrams, guys, there are two kinds of diagrams basically. One is a sequence diagram, okay, and another is collaboration diagram. So as listed here, so in interaction diagrams, to show the interaction between the behavior of the objects, we use sequence diagrams, collaboration diagrams, and sometimes we also use the state diagram. Okay, so sequence diagrams, they generally show the sequence of events that occur, right? So in collaboration diagram, it is used to show how the objects are connected statistically. So that is nothing but how many times the objects are interacting with each other. How many times the objects are interacting with each other. Guys, please go through my video of case study of hospital management. Okay, so in that I have explained you in detail the sequence. Okay, I have tried to explain you about sequence, and I had also told you if one object want to interact with another object of another class, okay, or when one class want to interact with another class, they can interact by creating the object. Okay, so they can easily interact with each other by creating the object. All right, yeah, so to show the interaction between one or two modules, it is possible by using the thing called as object, okay, which will show us the behavior between the various modules. Okay, so now as I told you, interaction diagrams uses are basically used use case diagrams. Okay, so understanding use case diagram is very important, right? Now basically these use case diagrams are nothing but they are used to describe the interaction between a user and a system. It will show us how the user and system interacts. Okay, it will show us how the user and system is going to interact, right? So if you remember, guys, I will try to show you that use case diagram, so with which it will become easy for you. So already I had explained this in the hospital management case study. Okay, so that there is a video which will tell you about the case study, so you can also go through that video to understand in more detail, right? So you can see here, this is one of the use case diagram. Okay, guys, so in this use case diagram, see, so here you can see that the main things, one is a receptionist staff, okay, doctor, then finance management, record system and information system. What are these? These are called as actors. So why do we use the use cases? We use the use cases. One thing is to show the interaction between the outside working and the internal working. Second thing is to show the actors, okay, how the actors are going to use this hospital management system. And third thing is to show the interaction between the actors and the system. So basically use case diagrams are like this. So these person are called as actors, and these are the different processes that are carried out inside the use case. Okay. So coming back to the explanation, see here. So here as given, see, a use case diagram displays the relationship among actors and use cases. Okay. So we have two major components in these use cases. One is your diagram and another thing is the actor. Yeah. So the person are called as actors. So actors are used to represent, okay, or they show the interaction with the system, okay, and the outside world. A use case is an external view of the system that represents, okay, some actions that are to be performed. So you can say that use cases are basically used to show the interaction. Okay, use cases are basically used to show the actions that are going to be performed. Now when to use the use cases? Why do we basically use this use cases, right? Why there is a need of using these use cases here? See, they are used almost in all kind of project for decision making. They will tell us the interaction between the different actors and the system. They will also help us to organize the way of interaction between the system and the users and various modules. Okay, so that's why use case diagrams are basically used at the initial stages to understand the working, okay, and the interaction. So that is why in interaction diagram we use cases as the basic diagram. Through use cases we can easily come to know the interaction from one module to another module, or how the different actors are going to interact with the system, right? Now you already know that how to draw the use case diagram, isn't it? See how to draw use case diagram. So here you have to take the actors, which are nothing but what in this way, right? So these may be the modules. Reception may be one module, staff may be another module, consultant may be another module. So what are these? These are called as what? The different modules, or these are the different actors who are going to perform all these activities. So in order to draw use case diagram, okay, so you are basically going to use the actors and a rectangle box, and in that you are going to show all the activities that are being performed. So in this example we saw that a receptionist is going to do the admission, appoint the doctor, test the appointment, isn't it? If the patient is getting admitted into the hospital, they have to allot the bed, or she has to check whether any operation has to be performed. If in this case the ward allotment and operation is to be carried out, billing has to be made at this department. Similarly, the staff is going to perform all these operations and all. So this is one diagram which showed you the working, okay, of the entire hospital, and this is a use case diagram which showed you only the interaction of the receptionist, okay, with the hospital. So guys, please go through that video of hospital management case studies in detail to understand that in more detail, right? So here today I will also tell you one more use case diagram, right? So in this use case diagram I will tell you one more example for placing the order. All right, yeah, see here. So once again I'll read it for you. So this example will show you, okay, about the use case diagram, and this will be a use case diagram for placing an order with sales company, okay. So it means there is one company, and in that company you are going to place some orders. So let us see how does, or how to draw use case diagram for placing an order. Yes, so let us see the steps one by one. So how exactly you are going to draw this use case diagram? How will you draw? So I told you some basic techniques to identify how these use case diagrams can be drawn. First is what? Identify the actors, right? So identification of actors. Then identification of activities that are to be carried out by these actors, right? Then framing a rectangle, okay, yes, and then drawing the processes. Then you can draw the process, right? So which can be in the oval shape. So these are the basic steps which are used when we want to draw a use case diagram, isn't it? So in use case diagram, the basic thing is you must be able to identify who are the actors, what are the activities that are being performed by these actors, and first drawing the proper way, proper representation is very important, guys. Okay, oh, there's a spelling mistake, but not an issue, it's a drawing. Okay, yeah. So coming back, I found it out that when I want to place an order, when I wanted to place an order to a sales company, I first browse to all the catalogs and then I select the item. Suppose if you want to go to Amazon and in that I want to purchase some books. So what will I do there? I will go to Amazon with my login and then I will just browse all the catalog and I will select what books I want, right? Then call sales representative, right? So I may just interact with that sales representative, okay, and then I could fix my order. So supply shipping information, then I may just check when that order is going to get delivered to me. I can just decide the day. Sometimes if I want it in 4 days, 5 days, 8 days or 1 month, I can also decide that. And then I can also fix out my payment details to credit, debit or check it out, like giving the payment, cash on delivery and so many things, isn't it? Then I could also confirm the salesperson, one who is going to deliver me that, or any changes with the address. So these are the basic activities which the actor is going to perform. Did you get that? So in order to draw the use case diagram for any of the software, what you are going to do, first thing is find the actors, find the activities, draw it into a proper way. Alright, see. So here this is a small diagram which will indicate, okay, so here you can see I have taken this diagram to show just the interaction, okay, between the customer and placing the order. So this is your customer here. So this is only one actor, yeah. So this actor is going to do all these things. So this is just a use case diagram to show the interaction from customer to salesperson, okay. So this will show you customer, use case diagram for showing customer to salesperson interaction. Do you agree? Yeah. So this is not entirely online shopping, which you can say. This is just a diagram which will show you the interaction, okay, between the customer and the salesperson. So what activities our customer is going to do? The customer is going to browse the catalog and select the items. Then he may interact with the salesperson or sometimes call the salesperson, who will provide, the customer will get the shipping information, payment information, and the customer is expected to get the confirmation. Easy? Yes, it's very easy when you just know that finding out, okay, this actor and what activities are being performed by this actor. So this is a use case diagram of only showing the interaction for customer and a salesperson. When I want to do an online shopping, you need different actors there. You may need a customer, you may need an actor like salesperson, you may need the company person. So there are different actors and you have to show the interaction between all the use cases. Just like we saw here, just like for hospital management system, what did you see, guys? Here we saw here the use case diagram for entire hospital management system. Same way we can also draw a use case for entire online shopping. But here in this I have given you only a use case diagram which will show you the interaction. It will show you the interaction between the customer and the salesperson. All right. So using these kind of diagrams, it becomes very easy, okay, to understand what are the basic actors and what is the role of that actor in your software, right? So guys, just go through this interact in this video. We saw about interaction diagrams, okay. I told you what are the different interaction diagrams, and basically interaction diagram shows the behavior of the object, and use case diagrams plays very important role here. So in examination they may ask you explain interaction diagrams, or they may also ask you alone explain use case diagram with an example. So that time you can take an example of hospital management, you can take an example of ATM software, or you can take an example of customer and sales management representative interaction. Alright guys, so up next we will see, this is one part where we studied interaction diagram introduction. So in the next session, we will see different types of interaction diagrams. Okay, so I'll see you there. Bye-bye.